Well, I figured I'd do a quick update for the YouTube channel and for Facebook. Um, yeah, it hurts. Definitely favoring this leg. Poor this leg. um, I'm healing up. It's all right. It's happening. It still hurts, but it's not that bad. I'm actually gonna go in, take a shower, go do foot rubs with wife, and then go soak that sucker in some ice water. Starting to actually get somewhere out here in the shop. It's a friggin' mess, but it's cleaner than it was. Big thank you to my daughter that came in and helped me pick up all the tools that were blown out here on the ground because I was battling against this thing. Yeah, this is special. This was a good customer that really loved this lawnmower and really wanted to save this thing. It had a blown engine in it. The deck was not in great shape. I actually told him twice I didn't want to work on it. These hoods are notorious for cracking. In fact, it had a crack starting right here. You couldn't even see it. It had barely cracked, and it cracked all the way down to like somewhere around here, I think. And actually, I think it like almost looked like it was going. Yeah, it was going a little bit further, and that's why I did this down here. It's not that pretty, but it holds really, really well. So, and I got some John Deere green. I think I'm gonna just mask it off and paint the top of it. I'm gonna smooth that out, put a little bit more plastic on there. But I got it going. It's going good, but this is the bizarre part. Hold on, you have to take the hood off a certain way. The hinge is broken. They came factory that year, broken. What? What? Wait, what? It's not really my choice. The engine I would have really chosen for this thing. But it had fairly low hours on it. It ran really good. It fit in there, fairly well, or fairly well. It had the same, I think, no, it did not have the same harness plug, so I had to rewire that. Unfortunately, the stator is bad on this one. So I got a stator coming for it. And we'll get the thing so it's charging a battery. This was a little special down here. It was getting quite hot in the front of that hood, and I was getting a little worried about it melting, and I had to do a little, you can actually see where I had a piece over here welded. It was just basically like a test and tune. I am gonna clean these up and throw some high heat paint on them, but I made this little, shield here. You can still take off the valve cover, no problem. And it comes off when you take the muffler off. Actually, no, it does not. That was the one thing that is kind of a pain in the butt, is you'd have to grind 2 welds to take it off. In fact, it's going to be 3 because I'm going to put a little tack right there. But, I mean, I had to do a little grinding to make it fit just where that muffler was. I thought about relocating the muffler, but just getting up there on the labor time, and it was getting be a little bit too pricey for them. But it runs good, it goes good. Unfortunately the engine that was on it was toast, and then I had this one right here that I got for it that I was swapping in, same exact engine. And in testing this one, once I got it on there, it had run good. In testing it, it too left the chat. So unfortunately, had to kind of do it all over again. But got this one in. It works great. I've tested it out quite a few times. No overheating issues, and it works pretty darn good. The deck, I had to weld a wheel on, and I don't know if I can get down this far, but I needle scaled it all up and put some rust reformer on it and spray painted it, hammered semi-gloss black. Of course, we'll clean this up here, but use solder shrink connectors. I just have those taped off because they are powered ones. And I've got to finish up the wiring tomorrow, and get it back to them. The one thing that really kind of sucks is the fuel tank. Oh, I'll get down here. The fuel tank has a leak somewhere right, yeah, it's right there. You can actually see it. There's a little bit of a crack there, and so you have to only fill it up. I'm going to put a line, black line there, that you only go to like somewhere around there, so it doesn't slosh and come out. Really kind of a bummer. Oh, that isn't. Oh, I just discovered that it isn't. I kind of had this feeling that it was the grommet, but I thought the grommet on these was further. I thought it was somewhere else, but it's not. It's right there, and I can feel it, that it's loose. Well, how am I gonna? I don't want to have to take this whole thing off. I might have to get a little tricky and bend that up a little bit. I can almost get my hand up there. I've got grommets for it. Might just be that the grommet's not, I can't quite see it. Well, that'll be tomorrow's thing. I'll gonna do a couple wrap up things, another probably hour or so on it, and then it will be ready to go. Of course, the stator won't be here for a while, but that won't take long to swap over. But yeah, that's been a challenge with my ankle being the way it is. Really kind of a pain in the butt. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. I'll get this thing back on there, hopefully without breaking it. These things are so fragile. They are a pain in the butt. Come on now. Get on there. There we go. I'm not gonna start it. It's nighttime, but I put Flowmaster Super 10 with 3-inch tailpipes on Steve, and let me tell you what, she is quite loud. I gotta trim that one. That one's a little longer than I wanted it to be, but you get the idea. Make sure I put these windows up. It's supposed to start raining tonight and not stop until Sunday. Haven't had any time for the race mowers. I sold the case. The guy's gonna come. I don't even know if you can see it. It's right there. Right there. The 224 Hydro. He's coming to get it. I don't know. Saturday, I think. Maybe. And hopefully tomorrow I get a little time to order parts for Ruth, aka the bastard child, and get the front end put back together. Got tires for the wife's car, gotta get on it, go get an alignment for it. Got this thing. This will be one of the next things that comes in. Tow it up next to the shop. Got to do a leak down test. You ever seen one of these? Raven MPV 7100 multi-purpose hybrid. It's an ATV lawnmower and a generator all in one. Bizarre. It's got no compression, so we're gonna figure out why. And we got some other ones, and the poor Sears blew the belt off really bad. I'm gonna tear it all apart to fix it. So there's really not much other than that. There is one last thing over here, cool little story. I had a customer bring me this Kohler Cub Cadet, excuse me, has a Kohler engine on it. I think, yes it does. Zero turn, and they wanted me to fix it up. Well, they had forgotten about it, and we kind of worked out a deal, and I obtained it. And I got an idea, because my son is going to be 15 soon, and he's going to be able to go get his learner's permit. So it's not long off from him getting his license, and he's a go-getter, and he's pretty precise. He's good at video games. And so I made an investment, and I'm going to make an investment in him I'm going to show him how to take care of this thing. There's some repairs that needs to be done. I'm going to show him how to do them. Just going to be a work in progress. And between now and the time he gets his license, he's going to learn how to do, basic mechanical stuff to keep this thing going. He's going to learn how to mow. He's going to learn how to edge. He's going to learn how to trim and do basic yard work stuff professionally. We're going to teach him how to back up a trailer. I'm going to put a little trailer hitch on here. He's going to start learning with a regular mower. So probably something like that. And then we'll graduate to this, because I want to teach him how to do that, because this will be what it tows around his little trailer. And then we'll graduate to one of the vehicles. That way, when he gets his license, we get a vehicle. We'll get one with a trailer hitch and a little trailer. And Lucas can start a part-time lawn care business to make money. And that way he can make just about as much money as if he worked a regular full-time job, entry-level job. Some of the people, the best business owners I know, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but myself did the same thing, started out mowing lawns. And I think it's something he's interested in, he's super excited about, so I'm willing to support him and teach him. And he knows it's going to get frustrating. We're going to grump at each other sometimes, but super excited to get him moving in that direction. The only other update I can think of is our garden. Oh my word. Look at these sunflowers. I mean, that is awesome. My grandfather loved growing sunflowers. And that's the tallest. I think these ones are going to be the tallest, but that's the tallest. And even up here, I mean, that's like 2.5 feet taller than I am. I'm only 5'8" or so. And our tomatoes have just, exploded. There is not a place in there where you don't see tomatoes. They're just everywhere. I want a redder one than that. Carrots doing good. I got those flowers. I think they're marigolds, but I'm not sure. Peas are about gone past. I love coming out here and looking at the lights on, knowing my kids are around. The kids are nice, tucked in, safe in bed. Wife's in bed. Larkin's out here just being a creeper. Oh, my ankle's really hurting. I need to get off from it. But I wanted to show you. These are our squash. We got butternut growing there. And there's spaghetti squash, which is, I think, our favorite. There's a bunch of them in there. And then we possibly might have a prize winning pumpkin over here. It's getting pretty big. Oh man. And I'm pretty proud of the back garden out here. We got tons of beans. The peas out here have gone past. Terrible at weeding, but we got a ton of beans. I've got to snap those and get those processed, and I even got some peppers. Look at them. But anyways, that's it for the update. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.